Welcome back to Cup of Joe Crypto, where I go over news, daily events, and everything crypto. I usually am going to start with the coin market cap and the top 10 coins, see how they're performing today. As you guys can see, it's been a sea of red. Bitcoin continues to go down. It's currently sitting right at the 9,500 mark. Ethereum down 1%. Not much of a bloody day as it was yesterday, but the downward trend continues. And today I am going to explain why might this not be the best time to buy in. I know a lot of us, as soon as we see a decent drop in the price, we immediately think that we're going to buy in at this price, and this is the perfect price. And to be honest with you, I never thought we would see a Bitcoin below $10,000 again when it reached 11,500, 12,300. I thought for sure we would never see a Bitcoin below 10,000. So this is surprising to see. I personally don't see it going down much farther, but I will be sharing some news and stories where people do not agree with that. So we'll jump right into the first article that is positive. Again, it's just about adoption. Maria Huyet writes that the U.S. banking giant PNC starts using Ripplenet for cross-border payments. It says always great to see the new technology being used, especially with large companies like PNC who deal with thousands upon hundreds of thousands of transactions each day. And the fact that they're going to start using Ripple to help maintain their transaction is great. PNC is the United States' eighth largest bank with almost $400 billion in assets, and it has become the country's first to start using the Ripplenet blockchain network for cross-border payments. Pretty cool. FinTech Futures reported on the 29th of August that the PNC Treasury Management is now offering Ripplenet-based cross-border payment solutions to its commercial clients, claiming that the blockchain solution will give them the ability to receive a payment from an overseas buyer against their invoices instantly, transforming the way they manage their global account receivable and allowing them to better manage their working capital. This is great news for the crypto community, seeing more and more of the blockchain technology being used for everyday use cases. Ripple's Moneygram partnership bearing fruit. As first reported, PNC has first revealed its plans to use Ripplenet and specifically Ripple's liquidity product xCurrent back in September of 18. And at that time, the announcement caused the value of Ripple's digital token XRP to soar. At the time of writing, XRP is not seeing the price boost, as I just showed you. In keeping with the wider crypto market, the asset is firmly in the red, trading down by 6% on the day. Yet, as Ripple's head of global institutional markets, Brianne M. Madigan, this week indicated price is not the only parameter companies insiders are eyeing. Madigan then shared that fresh data on August 23rd revealed that while overall XRP trading volume was down nearly 65% XRP to XMN, volumes on Mexican crypto exchange Bitcoin surged by over 25% during the same period at that time. Moneygram payments into Mexico using XRP went live. Guys, how many people do you know who have family members living, whether it's in Mexico or any other place outside the U.S., who are constantly sending them money to help support them, as we're very lucky in the U.S. to have a better way of life. Money is a little bit more prominent in our society, and people are sending money to their relatives outside the U.S. constantly. So this is really great to see. More blockchain technology being used to better the world, better the banking system, so to speak, and just becoming more and more valuable to the space. In June, Ripple had announced its purchase of 10% stake in Moneygram, the second largest remittances firm worldwide, as part of a $30 million partnership with the entity. A central stipulation in the deal was that Moneygram would begin using XRapid. Pretty cool again. I think it's a matter of time before it's not just PNC using it, it's all the other major branches of banking. It just makes more sense and it's more efficient. So that's exciting news. But on to the not so exciting news. Again, I explained to you this might not be the time to dip. To buy the dip. Three simple reasons not to buy the Bitcoin dip. And this is written by Greg Thompson, who goes into detail as to why this might not be the time. Bitcoin's recent drop below 10,000 split an already fractured crypto community into two distinct camps. On the one side are the optimists who believe Bitcoin's drop to 9,400 is a mere blip on the way to the moon and an excellent opportunity to buy more coins. As you guys know, I probably definitely fall into that category. But there are two sides. On the other side, there's those who believe that the summer pump is over and more losses are due in the near future. The squiggly lines of technical analysis can be used to back up either assertion. So with that in mind, here are three simple indicators which strongly suggest that now is a terrible time to buy Bitcoin. Number one, the Bitcoin price's failure to break double top. In this graph below, it shows the double top formation posted by Bitcoin in June, July, typically indicative of the peak of a price surge. A double top refers to the twin peak that can be seen on the charts of most traded assets when they reach the top of a price surge. Double tops can be found all throughout Bitcoin's 10-year history, and one came as recently as July. When the BTC price hit 3,700 on June 26, it was followed by a 26% drop to 9,800, then a rapid surge back up to $13,000. I think it's just whale manipulation. I think it's just whales dumping their bitcoins, making a couple $1,000,000 in a couple minutes, and buying it right back up. I think there's a lot of manipulation left in this market, guys, and it's something to keep aware of. And hopefully, in time, we can start to have less of that manipulation going on with some restrictions and some better guidelines to prevent that happening. If Bitcoin had gone on the break past this double top price point, this article would be titled in the positive rather than the negative. Instead, BTC failed to break the double top, and for all the intents and purposes, it looks like the peak has come and gone. There's been a huge decline in trade volume, number two. That's another simple indicator we can look at as to BTC's rapidly shrinking trade volume. When the price peaked in late June, Bitcoin's trade volume topped out at 45 billion, according to the coin market cap. Bitcoin is being traded at 1/3 of the volume that was being recorded 2 months ago. In the past 24 hours, trade volume fluctuated between 13 and 17 billion. Taking the midpoint, that means trades have declined 66 in just 2 months. And last but not least, Bitcoin is not as dominant as you think. One apparently bullish indicator that's often referred is Bitcoin's rising dominance. While it's true that Bitcoin's share of the crypto market cap is on the rise, its share of the market's overall trading volume is significantly lower. When we look at open market cap, which purports to pull data from only trusted exchanges, we see Bitcoin's actual share of the trading market is close to 48%. So showing you Bitcoin 48, Tether 21, Ethereum 6, XRP 2, and as you can see, at number 10, Ethereum Classic, who this project I like has slowed down, but we'll go more in depth another time. The same platform showed BTC share that the market's trading volume to be as low as 33% during the spring while altcoins were pumped. Just so you know, of course, told you who wrote the article. The disclaimers, the views expressed in this article are solely those of the author and do not represent those of, or nor should be attributed to CCM. I can't say that I believe this gentleman. I tend to disagree with this. I believe now is a good time to buy. Um, but I buy Bitcoin every single week at the same exact price. That way, I can get it at a good price, or I might hit. But overall, my suggestion, which is not financial advice, I'm not a financial advisor. I buy my Bitcoin every single week. Dollar cost averaging to me is the best way to make money. Again, I am not a financial advisor. Encourage everybody to do their own research. That is strictly my opinion. Daily trending news and market sentiment. Are hodlers cashing out? Again, as we all know, when a price drops like this, so many people get scared and they cash out. Again, my personal thing is I will not cash out. I am a hodler. I will hold on to my Bitcoin. If I see a significant price starting to take place, I will invest in Tether. I will keep it in there until maybe I have an opportunity to buy back in and make some more Bitcoin. Or if the price then does start to rise back up, I just get back into Bitcoin so I don't lose any. To me, as a hodler, cashing out doesn't necessarily mean actually receiving cash. So Salama writes that early this week, optimism that kicked off from an unusual Monday is gone once more as Bitcoin sellers took their enthusiasm to test empathetically, taking price down below the 10,000 USD mark, with the daily low of USD 93.25 from CoinDesk. The plunge from yesterday's defiance will have taken spirits down for Bitcoiners everywhere, although arguably they will be breathing in relief that they aren't altcoin holders. The selling pressure of Bitcoin has resulted in even worse fortunes for top altcoins, with Ether price, for example, touching lows of 163 and looking nowhere close to recovery. Well, sadly, I am one of those people. I do hold several alts, and as I make more videos, I will do some published content on what projects I'm invested in and why I believe them, and why I believe the people who are behind them. But the big news of the day is lacking, not in any magnitude that would have caused a monthly low for Bitcoin anyway. But in terms of negative headlines, stalling momentum has been cleared in the technicals, according to Coinmetrics, who published reports that the key Bitcoin holders have already cashed out at USD 10,000 milestones. Just goes into kind of explain some of their behavior. Suggests a sizable group of people who bought Bitcoin when it was being exchanged for around 30 to 20,000 have already cashed out. Do I think some of them might cash out? Sure. Do I think they're going to regret it and end up wishing they didn't, and they wish they held on to even higher gains than what we saw in 2017 of 20K? I do. I do see us hitting that all-time high not too far in the future. I don't know if it'll be the end of this year, but maybe early next year. I do think we break those all-time highs. And the last article to finish off the video is Bitcoin price must finish week above 9,500. So this article is stating that we need to see Bitcoin remain above 9,500. As I showed you in the video, the cryptocurrency coin market cap in the beginning of the video, we are literally flirting at 9,500. I think it was 94.68. It would be definitely a positive for us to see Bitcoin end the week on a 9,500 mark. Data from Coin360 painted a gloomy picture for day traders Thursday. BTC/USD having lost 8% in 24 hours. The turbulence began late on Wednesday. Bitcoin market shredding $500 in minutes to completely lose support at 10,000. Selling pressure then mounted BTC/USD, putting in a local low of 93.50 before stabilizing closer to 9,500. Guys, there's only one thing that can make Bitcoin bounce $500 in minutes, and it's whales, and it's whales dumping. And I am so tired of it. Uh, Cointelegraph reported expectations have been mounting throughout the week that Bitcoin would break its sideways trading pattern to produce fresh volatility. Those omens came true, albeit to the downside, as analysts admitted that the monthly outlook as well was now looking less than appetizing. Price is near weekly support, and on weekly perspective, I want to see BTC close above 9533 Sunday, or it would form a lower low. Regular contributor Josh Raggart summarized in his latest update. The monthly chart looks ugly, too, he added. Not everyone was concerned by the drop. However, Plan B, the well-known cryptocurrency Twitter account, likened current conditions to Bitcoin in mid-2016, shortly before momentum built to take the cryptocurrency to its record high of $20,000. Exactly what I said before. I think we will have a big dip before we rise. I think this could be the big dip. Might not be the end of the big dip, but I think this is just a little bump in the road till we reach that record high of 20,000. So with that said, that forecast would likely provide a little comfort to traders who long Bitcoin. However, with 100 million liquidated on derivatives, giant BitMEX late Wednesday. He goes on to then say, as I told you in the article before, altcoins face oblivion. Altcoins, meanwhile, felt the full force of the bears, with many tokens considerably outpacing Bitcoin in shredding value. Just real quick, ETH, the largest altcoin by market cap, fell 8.8% to 170 USD, a drop similar to most of the top 20 cryptocurrencies. So again, guys, that's going to be the end of my video. I always suggest do your own research. These are just my opinions. This is not financial advice. I suggest that you guys go out and look for different opportunities and see what projects suit you and what projects could you feel could do great. As the channel continues to grow, I will, like I said, do some of my own projects that I like, that I've invested in. Do me a favor, smash that subscribe button, hit the likes, tell your friends. It's hard to build a YouTube channel. My goal is to make this the spot to get all your crypto news within a short span, whether it be a ride to work, you're just getting off of work, and you want all the important stories wrapped up in 20 minutes. Share my channel, hit that like button, help me out, and I will see you guys in the next video. See ya!